Road to Success is brought to you by Equity Bank.
Equity Bank. You are listening, caring partner.
Thank you for watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. This week, our guest is Dr. Joyce Gitangu of Dental Smiles for Children. What a fantastic concept when it comes to dental. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How did your journey begin?
I started right out after school. I started working for a company that dealt with just kids. And it wasn't my first choice, but when I got into it, I started loving kids. So I worked with kids. They're actually really easy. Most people think they're really hard. Then I used to visit Kenya a lot. And a lot of people would tell me, you know, there are no kids clinics like dental clinics for kids. And I was like, really? You know, and sometimes I would just see kids around and they have decay, full mouth of decay, you know, and it just started making me think that it's something that I can pursue and open in Kenya. So I started very early on. I think it was in 2009.
Before you started this enterprise, your journey started from the States. At what point did you decide you want to come back home?
Well, I started coming to Kenya a lot after I finished dental school. And, you know, I noticed a lot of people were asking me, you know, why don't you move home? You know, we don't have any dental clinics for kids. And I just started like, you know, thinking about like, this would be a great idea, you know. I wasn't in that place yet. I just graduated. So my confidence level was not, you know, what it needed to be for me to just move home. So I just kind of started making the preparations, you know, doing my research, you know, before I ended up deciding to move home.
Okay, and you were very sure it's the children that you wanted to focus on?
Definitely, for sure, yeah.
Why children?
Right now, actually, in Kenya, you know, there's about 60 to 90% of school children that have dental decay, you know. It's one of the most popular chronic disease in children after asthma, you know. And, you know, I just felt that there was a need, and I felt like, you know, I could leverage my skills and be valuable here, you know, and just be able to alleviate some of that burden of oral disease in Kenya.
What was the transition like coming from the States into Kenya and starting a business?
It was difficult. You know, the culture of medicine when it comes to dentistry is very different. You know, most people don't routinely just go to the dentist. They usually, you know, wait until there's a problem, you know, when they're in pain to come and visit, you know, and that was our avenue to be like, okay, you know, you have 100 other problems, you know. So just you know, just trying to promote oral health was an uphill task for me because I have to convince them that they have to come see the dentist every 6 months, you know, just for a routine dental checkup and just not when they're in pain. So that was a challenge. The other one was, you know, we obviously pride ourselves with very high standard materials, and acquiring them locally was very difficult.
What kind of material are you talking
dental
about?
Materials,
Dental
the ones
material.
that we use on our patients. So I had to import most of them because if I acquired them locally, it also was very expensive. So that has been very cumbersome for me because I have to always be, you know, if I'm out of something right there and then, you know, it's very expensive to kind of get it into Kenya within like 7 days.
What about the licensing?
They require you to do exams, and they require you to practice locally, which is very discouraging for, you know, a doctor who's been practicing for years, you know, to just come back and, you know, do a locum somewhere, you know.
Talk to us about the process of setting up the Dental Smiles for Kids. Because you started this process from the States. I mean, of course, you need the research and all that. How did you go about that?
It was very difficult, I have to admit, because there isn't a lot of data available, health data really, to kind of put a good business plan, especially when I was doing my market research, you know. I had to rely a lot on what other people were telling me, and the statistics that were there were very outdated. So it was one of those things you just kind of used the resources you had the best you can and just hope for the best. But I knew already obviously it was going to be a kids clinic. I was going to, have it themed for kids. I wanted to have like a different type of experience. Once they walk in, I don't want someone to feel like they're coming into a clinic. I wanted them to feel like they're coming into a fun fair or something. So what I did was I went and shopped for my equipments. Most of them, I bought them in the US. I actually traveled to China and actually bought them. Some of them are custom. I custom made them, like the SpongeBob chairs. Then, I had them shipped. And meanwhile, I was having this area, constructed. So luckily, I have a little interior design in me. So it was easy for me to design the interior of it, the partitioning, because the contractors have never done a dental clinic before.
What marketing strategy did you use?
At the beginning, we did a lot of, even before the clinic opened, we did a lot of outreaches. For example, like the last one we actually did was Capital Kids on Wild Day when they were planting trees. So we use those type of avenues to go out and teach people how to brush, how to floss, how to take care of their teeth. And it's a way to introduce our clinic to majority of the people who come there. So that's how we started. When we began this clinic, we already had a roster of patients that we could call from the outreaches that we had done, and they came. And it just started slowly and slowly. People came, they were wowed, and they started spreading. So word of mouth has been very good to us. Patients are the biggest brand ambassador, Other than that, social media has really helped, promoting the business. And I had to learn how to use it, and it has been really, really good for us.
We need to take a break, but when we come back, we'll talk more about the Dental Smiles for Kids. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. Do not go away. Welcome back. You're watching Road to Success, the key to your next level in business. This week, our guest is Dr. Joyce Gitangu of Dental Smiles for Kids. Such a lovely, lovely enterprise to be in, because especially if you're working with children. What kind of services are you offering?
We do give all kinds of services that are in the scope of dentistry. We really focus a lot on prevention and early detection of disease, such as cleaning, sealants, and fluoride, which is just to prevent dental disease. But also we do a lot of oral health education. We actually sit down with the patients, explain to them the importance of oral health to their general health. We do early detection of blood pressure. We know a lot of people just walk around, they don't know, that they have very high blood pressures. So we've become
the children?
Even adults, okay. So we have become a watchdog for other doctors, and we refer properly. There are a lot of patients we have diagnosed with diabetes, just kind of caught it, and we tell them, go get checked. So we just really are very big on prevention. Of course, we do all other things like fillings, crowns, root canals, both for children and adults. My favorite aspect about dentistry is doing cosmetics. Because it's, we're transforming smiles, A lot of people come in, they've not been able to smile for years, and we're able to change the way they look. And we also do oral surgery, very minor oral surgery. And most of the other cases which we're not competent to do, we just refer them out.
A lot of people are so afraid of going to dentists. How do you work with people when it comes to that, when it comes to their perception?
When it comes to dentistry, trust has to be earned. One thing I know, even with myself and the other staff, is, compassion is a very big value that we really hold over here. We're very patient, we're very persevering. We take time with our patients, we talk to them, help them understand, and they warm up and, get comfortable. I mean, obviously, the ambience in the clinic is very warm and friendly, and that's what it was really meant to be. Patients are able to watch movies, watch cartoons while they get their treatment. People can listen to music. So we've also found ways to really calm our patients. My techniques, because I've worked a lot with kids, just to make my life easy, I've made a lot of techniques very painless. Because I don't want the kids to feel any pain, because once they feel any pain, there's no turning back for them. Many of them are like, wow, I didn't even feel anything.
How many people do you work with?
Right now we're 9 staff. We have 2 doctors, including myself. We have a dental hygienist. We do have 3 dental nurses. And we have 2 front desk clerks and 1 cleaning lady.
During the break, you mentioned that there were people who were really against you starting this. I mean, they could not see this working. How were you able to deal with that?
My whole life, I've done things which are different from what other people do. I'm not a follower, really. I'm a leader. So I cannot create new paths for people to follow.
This cost, I mean, the machinery that you have here, I mean, the chairs, everything around us, there's a cost to it. Yeah, how did you raise funds?
I did it slowly. So remember, in 2009, I knew I was gonna move home.
Come back home, yes.
So I started saving then, and not only saving, I started buying things. Sometimes I used to go to my storage unit and I'm like, oh gosh, will this ever happen? I'm just accumulating things slowly by slowly. But, it was a preparation that I did over time. I saved over maybe 6 years.
Who do you target? I mean, it's obvious it's the children. Who else do you, and how do you get them?
We do target children and their parents.
What has been your greatest achievement?
I'm doing what I love doing, so this has been a great one for me. And, obviously it's not something that came overnight. I've planned for it all my life. Then, I think also being able to empower and challenge women to start their own businesses and be mentors through their journey has also been a great one for me. As women, we're no longer confined to that sphere of the household. We're innovators, we're knowledgeable, and we can contribute to the economic growth. So being able to walk a lot of women through this journey also has been a great one for me.
Of course, being chosen as the top dentist in America, I mean, I think that must be a great achievement. How did that come about?
Well, it's just peers that just recommend you, So I guess they always have this thing they send out. So I guess I had many people who had put my name in. It's quite an honor. It just shows the impact my work has on other people. So it just kind of gives me that confidence.
What lessons have you learned since you started the Dental Smiles for Kids?
Your patients are always right. Your customers are always right, Build a customer-centric model that really focuses on, the patient satisfaction. Then also, invest in your employees, yeah? They are your biggest assets. I mean, if they're happy, your patients are going to be happy too. And also, I think always have a business model.
Dr. What advice would you give anybody wanting to invest in Kenya from the diaspora? Since you've been here for the last 18 months, what would you tell them?
The only thing is people have to be prepared, do your research, yeah? There's obviously a lot of opportunities. It's not that easy moving from your comfort zone. Most people also will be getting pay cuts moving home. So it's something that people have to be ready, because there will be a change of lifestyle. Certain things you'll have to sacrifice. But other than that, just moving home, I think the business environment is very rich. And I'd encourage people who have, ideas, brilliant ideas, just bring them, be bold, and just do it. You have to believe in yourself, believe in your skills, be confident, and, and then just, you can come and add value here.
So the next 5 years for you?
I would like to open about 2 or 3 clinics in other areas, just replicate the same model. Definitely, I would like to become a change agent in health. Like I said, there's such a burden of disease, dental disease, and I would want to be part of a health system change in order to alleviate some of those problems. But mostly, I'd want to make an impact, within the health system and tackle some of the issues that we have in our healthcare system.
Dr. thank you so much, really, for the opportunity to come and talk to you and to see that you're making a difference, especially to our children, in creating that awareness that their teeth, their oral hygiene is important. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.